What's up, y'all, and thanks for stopping by the Search T channel. In tonight's video, I'll be doing my rundown and thoughts on SmackDown Live for August 20th, 2021. Edge opened up SmackDown, and what did the rated R superstar have on his mind? Well, last week, we saw how what happened in 2014. He had to relive that all over again. His face smushed into the Money in Bank contract, and Seth Rollins about to come down, doing a curve stop on his neck that would have definitely may have altered his future, especially his comeback, last year into this year. Now, the curve stop may end his career and his way of life if it ever happens. He's talking about that. If Seth Rollins comes down on that with that curve stop in their match at SummerSlam, he may not be the husband to his wife and the parent to his daughters if that happens. His way of life will be definitely altered. He talks about being in a dark place now. And it's not a place he wants to go, and it's hard to come back from, but he likes it there. Seth Rollins put him in a place where his blood has turned, black, and you look at Edge and you look at how just look at his eyes, the intensity in the Rated R Superstar's, demeanor. And he ends it by saying that SummerSlam, he not only wants to beat him, but he wants to break, humiliate him, and humble Rollins. And at SummerSlam, he says that the architect will burn, he will burn him down. Now, the Mysterios are having a pre-match talk as Ray goes one-on-one against Jey Uso. And in the end, as Ray gets caught by the ref, well, not Ray, but his son Dominic gets caught trying to do the old footsie on his dad's back again to keep, or even on Jay's back, whatever it was, doing what he's trying to do to keep, Jey Uso down so that Jey Uso can get pinned. But the ref catches him, signals to throw him out for him to go to leave the ring. His dad gets distracted, and then he ends up being put in a position to be on the receiving end of an Uso splash, and Jey Uso picks up the victory. Now, King Corbin, oh stinky Corbin himself, shows up with the Money in the Bank briefcase, which he stole from Big E. But KO is going to take on the phony Mr. Money in the Bank, the thief, the criminal, if you will. And towards the end of right around as the match is going on, we see Corbin being attacked by Big E, and that calls that you hear the referee and he calls for the bell. Apparently, Corbin is on the receiving end of a victory, although was on the receiving end of a beatdown by Big E. But Big E takes it back. He takes his briefcase back and he's strolling out of there nonchalantly and really slowly. And this gives Corbin you know, the in, and he's able to take it back, and he hightails it out of the arena. So what's that? Where's this gonna go? Is this going to be a match at SummerSlam tomorrow? Are they going to do a thing where they're going to do battle for the title? I mean, battle for the Money in the Bank briefcase, or is he going to be ordered to give it back to you know Big E? Now Bianca Belair is backstage and is livid, and she doesn't want to hear the name Sasha Banks. She is going to compete twice tonight against Zelina, who this ESC says she's going to snap into two like a little twig and turn the so-called most beautiful woman, that is, of course, in all of WWE, that is, of course, Carmella, is going to turn her from the most beautiful woman in all of WWE into a hideous chick on planet Earth. Now, Shotzi and Tegan, well, they're now calling her Nox again. Maybe McMahon said that, you know what, she's these guys run from NXT. I don't want to let them be known by what they were known in NXT. Look at look at Piper Niven and her name now in the Raw. Oh, we don't want them to have their identity. It's going to be Shotzi and it's going to be Nox. And they faced the tag team champs Natalia and Tamina. And didn't they beat the champs before? I think more than once. And well, despite what's going on, it's great to see Natalia back. And came back from that ligament tear, and she had surgery, and she's all right. So it's kind of like good for her to come back. I kind of was cringing at moments when you see her take bumps. I'm just thinking, oh, well, it looks like the leg is good. I'm pretty sure they heavily wrap it up and they protect it so that she can go. But in the end, Natalia gets rolled up by Shotzi. Natalia's going for the sharpshooter, and Shotzi kicks her away. And then when Natalia comes back at Shotzi rolls her up, and they get a win over the tag team champs. Now, give them a title shot already. They already won. Now, Rollins is going to answer what Edge said earlier, and at least he showed up in a plain white suit. Perhaps he got so much shit on his last suit. I'm one of the people that gave him a lot of shit. And that suit that Becky probably perhaps made out of a curtain. Probably his wife made that. I don't know, fiance, wife, mother of his child for sure, but I don't know if they're married yet. But what is his pompous ass gonna say? I mean, I really don't care because he is so annoying and the stupid crowd chanted that they wanted Edge. This is the one time I agreed with Rollins. He says, you already got him. Like, it's one of those instances where these guys chant whatever they want to. They chant something that's kind of sounds dumb at the moment, But I understand where they're getting from. And I understand that, because he kind of got under his nerves, and it's so annoying when he gets mad, right? Serious, and then he turns around and he smells like a jackass. Like, weren't you just pissed off, and then now you wanna. And then the fans don't care about what he has to say, and so don't I. I fast forward it, and I'm going, wait a minute, the lights went out. So I said, okay, let me rewind it a little bit. And because of his dumbass, I didn't want to watch him. He made me miss a pretty damn cool moment, and that was it's dark, right, and then all of a sudden you hear probably one of my favorite, if not one of the best entrance themes, and that is the Brood. That music hits. I'm thinking, you know, like a flashback, like a throwback, and then we see something that is like a throwback to the Brood, and that is Rollins is covered in, well, I guess it's black blood. Before it usually was red blood when the Brood did it, but it's black blood because he's talking. Remember how he talked about his blood is turned, dark, has turned black. You know what I mean? So that right there was a cool ass moment to see that he's kind of tapping into that to the old school, to that back in the day when he was a member of the Brood along with Christian and Gangrel. Would it be a kick if he brought Gangrel with him? Or he even comes out from under the ring, a la the way the Brood would. That would actually be pretty cool if Edge did that. But that was a cool moment in an otherwise annoying segment because really Rollins is starting to really annoy me every single damn week. But let's go move on. Fontes Ford versus Otis. And how long is this going to go on? How long do we have to keep going through this? We get it already. And then in the end, Otis hits the Vader bomb and beats Ford. Fontes Ford is trying to get his, retribution, his payback and everything, and then he gets beat. He's gonna keep doing this back and forth, and then they keep harking on this rivalry. Who cares about it really? Let these two teams move on to other teams or to other things so that they can get them some good momentum underneath them. This isn't doing anything for them. It really isn't. Now Rick Boogs plays a rockin' tune as he plays in the new IC champ to the ring, but it's Boogs who will perform in the ring for the first time on SmackDown Live. He goes one-on-one with the former IC champ Apollo Crews, or so I thought, but it's a tag match. And Boogs really shows pretty much what everybody's been talking about. Pat McAfee talks about, on with that Instagram or that he's showing that he lifts weights like a mug, and he He's a very intense, powerful guy. He even he was Apollo Crews, and he was just doing this thing where he was like doing a gut wrench, almost like a gut wrench suplex, but he kept twisting him side to side, and then he puts him to the mat, and then Bogues ends up pinning Apollo Crews after hitting an abdominal. He had him in an abdominal stretch, playing him like a guitar, and then he hits a power bomb, or power bomb, power slam, not a power bomb, power slam, and gets the victory for him and King Nakamura. And pretty good outing for Boogs. It was a tag team match, but you got to see what he can do. And I like to see what he can do in singles competition, and that'd be pretty awesome. Now, is it too much for her to take on? It's only 24 hours away from SummerSlam, and we see her in back-to-back matches. That's the EST Bianca Belair, and all I'm thinking is that, well, she has beaten Carmella twice, defending her title both times. And she did beat Zelina before, right? Didn't Zelina have to beat her in order to be included in a title match, Now, the EST, showing her amazing ability, and even pulled off a delayed vertical suplex that would have made the late great British Bulldog proud. And in the end, a KOD to Carmella puts the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, in the winning column for the second match in a row. I'm just thinking that all this match was really one match. I mean, what did the Zelina Vega even do? I mean, at least Carmella gave her a run. But anyway, you know what I mean? Like, so what? You're gonna do that match? It's nothing to her. It's nothing. She went through them like a hot knife through butter, as the saying goes. But let's move on. 354 days as Universal Champ, and Reigns heads to the ring in a final face-to-face with John Cena. And if this is a repeat of the same shit they said to each other before, why bother? Now, Reigns tells the crowd to pop for Cena. And Reigns hasn't lost. Heyman tells the tribal chief that no one has beaten this Roman Reigns. But Cena is going to win the title. Go to Hollywood, this is what Cena said, and leave Reigns behind as a broken shell of his former self. Whatever he said. I mean, 1, 2, 3 is all he needs to beat him. Same old shit from last week. Different scenarios, 1, 2, 3 every time. And Reigns drops this, a bombshell. He kind of drops this in Cena's lap and in pretty much all our laps. He says, let's raise the stakes because it's in Vegas. So either I'm leaving that stadium as the Universal Champion, or I'm leaving WWE. They shake hands, and Roman hoists Cena up on his shoulders, looking like he's going to go for a Samoan drop, but Cena attempts a pin and seemingly pins Reigns for a 3 count. He slides out of the ring, although Pat McAfee said that it was a 2.5 count. I love him. I think he's so funny. He's actually getting into the groove, and he's not annoying. He knows how to commentate. He knows how to slip those funny lines in, and doing a pretty damn good job. Pat McAfee. I enjoy him as a color commentator. He goes out and leaves Roman Reigns kind of thinking, like, could it be that quick? I think so. Cena's bragging that he's going to be the 17-time champion. Going to break the all-time record. Could happen. But is Roman Reigns willing to risk his career? I mean, he said that he'll leave WWE if he doesn't win. Is WWE going to put the title now on Cena? Because they're not going to get rid of, from all I know, Reigns is with WWE. He's stuck with WWE because this is pretty much his home. This is where his family has, has pulled up stakes and set their their roots. This is where their roots are. The entire Anoa'i wrestling family. Who knows what happens? Who knows what's going to happen, right? But I don't think Roman Reigns is going to lose. Cena's just here to bring people's eyes to the product of SummerSlam, and also put some butts into the seats, because more people probably decided to go to SummerSlam because of the Cena Reigns match. But this was a pretty it was a decent go home show. Really not the best, but certainly not the worst. Raw was, but let's not go into that because people don't like it when people put down Raw because we can't have a mind of our own and say that we don't like Raw. You get these people on Twitter that are so I don't know where they're coming from, but you like Raw, more power to you. But I didn't, and a lot of people have didn't. But anyway, that was my rundown of thoughts on SmackDown Live for Friday night, the 20th of August, 2021. Like I said, I did enjoy SmackDown, and tomorrow night is SummerSlam. Well, at time I'm recording this, it's already the day of. But anyway, I'm looking forward to SummerSlam, and we'll be posting up a video after I watch SummerSlam. So for those of you who stopped by and checked out my video, I appreciate it. And in closing, as always, take care.